That's how they do things. They stand on their feet till the opposing team scores their first field goal. And for a team that haven't had many wins in this building, they have a fantastic crowd. They are so loyal and so spirited, even when they haven't had a whole lot to cheer about, as they get the first possession of Saturday night's game. Oscar Foreman on an alley-oop from Glenn Saville, and the Hawks have executed the first 2 points of the game. Good sign, Steve. Exact play they ran against the Melbourne Tigers on the first play. I'm surprised that Lakers hadn't scouted that, though. Wilkinson. Backing down the smaller Saville. He loses control of the ball. Abercrombie shows you his athleticism on the putback. Yeah, I think he's one of the best three-men in the league. Reminds me of Glenn Saville when he was young. Still got to fill out a fair bit. But you look at these two, he's got the athleticism that Glenn Saville used to have. Sav might not like you saying that, but I think he'll understand it. Larry Davison's off the mark. Mika Vakona trying to tip it to a teammate. Yeah, one of the best rebounders in the league, Mika Vakona. As a coach, you love players like that. He's just relentless on the boards. Back far enough on the inbound, too close. Saville on the inbound, gets it to Oscar Foreman. Ubaka. Foreman gets it to Saville. Shot clock down to 10. And the breakers can switch, Steve. Makes it tough for him defensively. Straight switch on that on-ball between Glenn Saville and Foreman. Foreman's got a rush one. He drills it with 1 second left on the shot clock. Well, Ubaka just drew his man 1 step. That's all enough for Oscar Foreman to get his shot off. Timely, as you say, Steve, with just a couple of seconds left. I like the start of the Hawks again on their home court. Back door to Abercrombie. He throws it away to Ubaka. He waits for his teammates. Skips it to Saville. Reese Martin on good dribble penetration in and up fake. I like Wollongong when they have the 2 guards that can come off the on-balls. Well, that's exactly it. They usually start with Matt Campbell and Tyson Demos, and you know, Reese Martin usually plays the 1. As we know, Ando can play 1 and 2. He can do it inside and out. It just makes it tougher to guard, Steve. You get that when you get with the breakers with C.J. Bruton and Cedric Jackson as well. Both teams can go with a couple of different looks. Boy, did Corletto land on his feet or what? Coming to New Zealand, just slots right in with them. Hawks zoning up on the end-line play. Wide open right here. Jackson proved he could knock down the 3-ball last week against the Perth Wildcats. Well, Gordy McLeod will probably give him that. He doesn't see that as a stretch rather than allowing him to penetrate. But Ubaka up top. Little hesitation. Wide open look created by Ubaka. Mika Vakona on the glass. He has the ability to put it on the floor, too. Beautiful fake. Jackson with the rebound and the putback. Ball's knocked loose. That'll stick with New Zealand. That's way too easy, though, to get a rebound and go coast to coast untouched. The Hawks just dodged the bullet. Lucky he didn't finish that. Mika Vakona off the back of the rim. Have a look at this, Steve. They're not even guarding Jackson on the perimeter. Pass deflected by the Hawks. You said Gordy would do that with the non-shooters. Well, what he perceives the players can't shoot, he'll sag off those players. Ubaka goes right into the chest of Daryl Corletto, and the crowd enjoys the Wollongong lead, up 9-2. With 6:47 to go in the first. We'll be back.
Things to do before summer ends. Go to the beach. Go for a surf. Build a sand. I have no idea what that is. Go to Hungry Jack's. Play cricket. Watch cricket. Listen to crickets. Take your dog to the park. Go to an outdoor concert. Go to Hungry Jack's. Climb a tree. Fall in love. Ride a horse to Hungry Jack's. Come into Hungry Jack's for a summer value meal and get a Whopper Junior, small fries and small frozen Coke for just $3.95. Available all day, every day. Hungry Jack's makes it better.
Now we're
get a deflection and there's no one there to get the next one. You've got to tighten all that shit up. At the offensive end, again, just let the offense work. When it goes in, said, I need you to get your head on the ring. You're standing out here. We need that down screen and we need shit going on. We're jogging through with the offensive end rather than playing with some aggression and some energy, all right? Be aware of press break here, all right? Be aware of press break here. Two shapes, 1, 2, 3.
Brendan, Andre Lamanis clearly thinks his team is flat.
He's on the money, Steve. They've come out complacent. I said to you, really, the only way they'll lose to the Hawks is if they're complacent. And what he meant by it, they're just going through the motions with their offense. Their cuts aren't hard. They're not making the right decisions. And if you give the Hawks too big a break on their home court, they'll get you, and especially with you back up playing.
We'll see how they respond out of that timeout. They've been in outstanding form. Saville a little too heavy with his hands in. Picks up his first personal.
Well, this is a great start for the Hawks. It's one of the best starts that we've seen this year. They've got to make the most of this opportunity.
Another deflection. Oscar Foreman gets all the way to the rim, but he can't get the finish. Corletto pulls up for three. Again, Abercrombie on the offensive glass. Corletto won't miss 2 in a row. Nope.
Yeah, he's spot on, Stephen. That's what's killed the Hawks, is giving up too many offensive rebounds. At the same time, I thought Oscar Foreman should have passed that ball earlier on that last fast break to Reece Martin. Hung on to it way too early. Way too long, sorry.
Reece Martin turns down.
Yeah, Jackson's giving him the shot, isn't he?
They're giving them to each other. Davison, his fall away off the glass is short. Martin keeps it alive, but it goes to Wilkinson. Jackson.
Well, the break is just, I agree with Andre, you're watching them just on that break. Normally they would just run really hard down the floor. They are just going through the motions at the moment, Steve.
Corletto, that's good. Oh, you just cannot leave him with his feet set at the three-point line.
His confidence has really grown playing with the breakers. He's become a high percentage shooter. I've never thought he was a great ball carrier, but he keeps knocking down that outside shot. Playing beside a guy like Jackson, you've got to have a Crombie to put in the floor. Makes him hard to guard.
Oscar Foreman has been a good shooter throughout his career, and he gives Wollongong the 4-point lead.
Real important that he steps up. Everybody's got to contribute for the Hawks, Steve.
Corletto again. He's got it in focus. Drills a long three.
Well, someone hits 2 in a row. You think you're going to go a little bit tighter, Steve? I don't know why. Ayenda, your baker stood off him there.
And definitely a sense of urgency. Quick ball reversal to Saville. Back to Davison. Reece Martin. Can't get that to go. Saville runs it down.
Yeah, tremendous offensive rebound. Looks like they're going to give Reece Martin the outside jumper, doesn't it?
Good defense by Jackson. Shot clock down to 9. Martin to Foreman. Catch and shoot from the baseline. Hot shoot here by both teams.
Well, Oscar Foreman, he's hit 3 now. 3 straight shots. So he's feeling it out there as well.
Corletto.
Hawks switching here, we'll see. Yeah, they punish it. They throw it inside. Now we've got open looks.
Wilkinson for 3.
Now that's a smart offensive team. Throwing it to the mismatch inside, sag it in, and just hitting Wilkinson on the outside. But Wilkinson's got to step on the defensive end. If there's a knock on Wilkinson, he's got to play better defense. Right, Tom, right.
Ubaka. Boy, he's going hard at Daryl Corletto.
I'm surprised he's got 2 shots there. Oh, yeah, he got it off.
So Ayenda Ubaka goes to the foul line. We're all tied up at 14. Substitutions, Tyson Demos and Javon Catron.
Well, the Hawks have gone small here, and a bit surprised Oscar Foreman's off. I know you want to give guys a rest, but he's on fire. Only play out the quarter, Steve.
Yeah, he actually asked for one. I saw him tugging on his shirt when he hit that last shot and he turned around to the bench. I don't think I've ever hit a shot and asked to come out.
Steve, you're a hell of a shooter. I don't think did you ever ask to come out of the game, especially when you've hit 3 in a row?
Never. Never.
Wow, that's too easy.
Corletto with the floater. Man, he had the lob wide open for Abercrombie.
Wide open.
Saville puts it on the floor 1 extra time to get Tyson DeMoss a good look.
They're the shots the Hawks are going to knock down, Steve, if they want to continue on and keep this margin. Now, I spoke about Dylan Boucher. See that, Steve? For the game. No one's going to guard him. So, you see Dylan looking to give someone a handoff straight away. He's either got to penetrate or he's got to dribble at his shooters. He's got CJ and Wilkinson out there and Corletto. But they'll give lots of help against Boucher. We've got a mismatch inside here.
It's another bad pass by New Zealand. Catron gets fouled.
Yeah, I'd say Wilkinson's come out. He's not focused. He's turned the ball over a few times. He's deep. He's been a bit soft. Andre going to the big fella, and a good move late in the game. He's not going to be tired. He's not going to get any shorter late in the game.
Alex Pledger, the 7-footer.
Last time, Pledger really stepped up in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Last time we watched him play against the Hawks. Got a lot of offensive rebounds. Had some nice little putbacks. See what he does here in the next 2.5 minutes. Plus, if I'm coaching New Zealand, Steve, I'm sure Andre, he's a great coach. You've got to be looking at going to Pledger. I know he's coming cold, but look at his size advantage over Catron here, or Gruber. 3-4 inches.
Right, Doug. He's had an outstanding year, Pledger. He gives them that different look. Breakers with 4 turnovers. They have been very careless with the ball.
And only 4 points down. Look at this. No one's guarding Boucher. He's got to get handoffs.
Corletto. They have rushed out Conrad in the pack of Boucher.
Yeah, it looked like Boucher got fouled.
Catron, good ball fake. Skips to the lane and lays it up.
Well, that's the mismatch at the other end. He can take Pledger off the dribble. That's exactly what he does.
Boy, he looked off about 3 defenders on his way to the hoop. Hawks have scored the last 6 to take the 6-point lead. Abercrombie gets it into Boucher. Boucher spins, travels. Lost balance in that pivot foot slid. Abercrombie and Corletto check out. Jackson comes back in with Mika Bacona. This is a very deep New Zealand team.
Yeah, Reece Martin's back in running the point.
He's guarded by Jackson, who leads the league in assists and steals.
You know, Reece Martin, he's played about 4 or 5 good games this year. His best game was probably against New Zealand away, so he'd be feeling good about playing against New Zealand.
Pull-up jump shots off the mark. Dylan Boucher comes down with the board. Tyson DeMoss gave his head a little bit of a rattle. Get another look.
Although Dylan Boucher is going to be given the shot from outside, he's a tremendous rebounder at both ends, on the defensive end and offensive end, and got a great IQ as a player, Steve. Again, one of those players you really enjoy coaching. Oh, look at this.
Jackson gets to the rim. He loses control. He has some words with Ray Hunt.
Yeah, he felt he got fouled on that last play.
He is super quick. Tyson DeMoss did a good job of making it difficult for him to get up the court. But once he got into a scoring area, he just blew right by him.
Yeah, you can't play him too tight.
Right, Dylan.
He will blow by you no matter how quick you are on the defensive end.
Catron. Nice step back. Comes up short. Reece Martin has the ball tipped away by Jackson. Pledger gets it to CJ.
This is the man they're going to watch.
CJ with a long bomb. That's off the mark.
Great block out by Catron. Kept Pledger off the offensive boards then.
He just rode him out of bounds. Conrad's off the mark. Pledger pulls down the board.
They're getting some wide open looks. They probably could be 10 or 12 up. They're just not knocking them down. New Zealand need to pick it up, don't you think?
CJ's looking for pleasure down low. He gets it to Vacona. Dribble handoff. Jackson, shot clock down to 2. He's got to get one up. Did he get it off in time? No, he did not. Just bobbled it just as he was getting into his 1-2 step for his jumper.
Interesting lineup the Breakers have. Boucher, Vacona, Pleasure. Boucher and Vacona, they aren't going to be guarded by the Hawks, so that paint's going to be really congested and make it harder for Jackson to penetrate, Steve.
Plenty of time for Wollongong to get a good shot. This is the matchup they like. Katron pulls up, that rims out.